and gentlemen, welcome back to another update on KASPA price prediction. How long is the bear gonna last for KASPA, Jomo? How long? People are crying. They're crying, man.
Man, for sure they're crying. Look, this is not nice. It's not nice to be holding a coin and to try to ping the bottom all the time. It's a dirty job to try to guess the bottom. And if it's not the bottom, you'll get stressed because you try to catch the bottom with all your money, and then it falls even lower. It's not easy to be in that kind of desperate, always trying to engage activity without having a real edge, because what they're doing is just guessing work. So I get it. It's hard. That's what they're doing, and so on and so forth. But by the way, CM, I just want to say I'm excited today. Today, I woke up excited, really excited. You know why?
Why?
We have the seminar, man. We have our seminar today, the How to Win the Bear seminar. Look, I created all the slides. They look good. We're going to have amazing lessons for people to learn. We're going to discuss it soon, but I just want to say I'm excited for it. And if anyone didn't already got in, you got the last chance. Last day, 20% off. Last date today, only for the Bear seminar is 20%. You can use the last day 20 coupon. But yeah, that's why I'm excited. Anyway, for Caspa. Let me show something on the KASPA chart, because we every time we talk about how KASPA is still in the bear market, we get hate, and every time we make a video about how KASPA needs to build in order to kind of go up higher, then we get love. So it's funny how people, they don't understand that we're trying to give value either way. It doesn't matter which way we go, the value is still there. Look, we had kind of a potential shakeout, lower low. Now, I don't believe that, it was a shakeout. I do believe that as long as we're within these channels, and I said we have two channels, one is really tight, one is a bit, looser, whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter. As long as we're within these channels, nothing has changed, okay? So, people can be all day telling me, you know what, Jomo, this is the low, but, I will tell them, hey, you told me this was the low. And before you told me this was the low, you told me, this was the low. And before this was the low, this was the low. And each time, and remember this low, this was a higher low. Oh, so people said, no, we're going back up. But each time we met that, resistance and got sold upon. So, price prediction wise, I'm sorry, but I can't give anything right now that is not either down or sideways. I know people, the thing about Caspians is that their hope is I think it's one of the strongest hopium in the market. They believe that out of nowhere, Caspa can just create, a V bottom recovery, that boom, something like this, and we will miss on the trade and blah, 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 whatever. This has a very, very, very small probability, almost zero, but I would say 0.01 probability of happening in such a strong fashion. You will need everything in the world, the macro and liquidity, to help boost that. And if that happens, it won't happen only on Casper, it will happen on the entire market. I don't see it happening. Okay, what I do see happening, CM, potentially is one of two things. Either we keep dripping down until one day it's going to be the bottom and we're going to go sideways, or if the Lord Satoshi is also agreeable, then we'll just go sideways from here. I don't really know what will happen, okay? If I need to bet my money right now, I'm betting on continuous short. I'm not shorting Casper right now. I'm shorting other coins. But, if I needed to bet my money, I would bet on a continuous downtrend until proven otherwise. And that's how we roll, CM, right? We wait for the confirmation. We don't jump on buying the dip and buy every time. No, we wait patiently like snipers, all right? Like lionesses waiting for the prey, all right? And as soon as the prey is right next to us, it's ready, all right, for us, boom, then we devour it, all right? And we devour it with concentration, all right? So that's why when we make money with concentrated bets where people don't know how to do it and they put pennies every time the market dips. So market prediction wise, either down or sideways. I don't see any V-bottom recovery. It's all depends in Orange Man. The Orange Man hands right now. What do you think, CM?
The KASPA bottom will come once these little clowns on Twitter will stop calling for the bottom. Then you will
Problem.
have the bottom. When no one is talking about KASPA, when everybody hates on KASPA, they still love their KASPA. They still love and they waiting. What about the 10 BPS?
Oh
But
yeah.
it solved the trilemma. But these devs, they're so intelligent. They won the Nobel Prize. Who gives an F, man? Kaspa is bearish till it not. At the moment, it is bearish, my friend. Give us a like, subscribe. You know what? Let's look on the CAS BTC pair. You know,
Yeah.
they think the Caspa people think Caspa can moon without Bitcoin. Like again and again. They are they're a bit delusional. I have to say. Let's look on Cas BTC. Look, this is Cas BTC on Coinex. Okay, look, it's still look. This was the top on November 23. All right, that was the blow off top for Caspa. That was the peak, the climax top of the bull market for Caspa was actually in November 2023. If you look on all the momentum and RSI reading everything and price as well, price performance into this point, that was the top. Okay, for Caspa you can see, and then Bitcoin completely cooked it. Bitcoin cooked Caspa for is cooking Caspa for the last how many 1 year and a half. It's just cooking it. And Caspa, look, and this is as well another important trend line. When Caspa will shine again? See this trend line, my friend. Once you break out of this trend line and start making higher lows versus Bitcoin, you're gonna see Caspa exploding. Just like we told you here. We told you watch Caspa, Caspa will explode, and Caspa was making higher highs and higher lows on the Bitcoin. I will show you I will look for a bigger chart. Give me a sec. We look for I have
Is
a
there a bigger chart over here? Oh yeah, there's a KuCoin chart.
no, it's not bigger chart. I'll show you the bigger
No.
chart on the other
Oh, they have the platform.
yeah, the other website have the bigger. Yeah, there I got it. I'll show you one sec. One sec. I'll show you this chart. This lady
And by the
BBB.
way, people, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. We're giving the alpha, we're giving the reality and not the wishful thinking. We're trying to give you the trader's mindset, how to think about the market. Smash that like, comment in the section below. What do you think about CAS BDC? What do you think about Caspar? Are we delusional? Are we the clowns? Or are we the people with the real alpha in the market, ladies and gentlemen? And ask the questions right now in the comments so we can answer your questions. CM, your
Yes, you see, this is Caspa big picture chart from that was 2022. Okay, you can
Mhm.
see. I'm gonna go even log scale. Am I log scale? No, no. Anyway, this you can see here. That was the bull market for Caspa versus Bitcoin. Caspa completely smoked the Bitcoin. Okay, you wanna be holding Caspa when Caspa is smoking the Bitcoin. That means it just completely cooking the Bitcoin, cooking. Okay, cooking. All right.
Is it
Now
with olive oil or with butter?
butter, man, or on the parisha,
On
man.
the parisha.
It's cooking it on the parisha. Now it's making lower highs and lower lows, and now it's look what happened here. That broke this bear slide here started here. That was like that to me that to me is the bear for Caspa started. You can see it in the market. Look at it. This is September 2024. That's exactly when we had the death cross for Caspa. Go watch the Caspa. I will show you. You can see since here it is on a bloodbath versus Bitcoin, and that was the bear. The bear triggered there, and it's going to keep staying bear till you're gonna see a reversal. Okay, so for all the Kaspa, enthusiastics and insane people that are DCAing since like the 20 cent and they are broke now, homeless and in the street, uh, stop buying it, man. Wait for it to come down. It's not just like John said, it's not going to reverse in one day. A reversal is a process that takes a long time. Usually it takes a couple
Usually.
of months to see actually reversal. Sometimes it will take a year, more than a year, my friend. It is what it
For
is.
sure.
Accept the reality, my friend.
Yeah.
Accept.
Yeah,
And
man.
that's why we created the bear seminar. Man, if you trade Caspa, we're doing this. This is we get a coupon now for the Caspa lovers. Today, this is your last chance to use this coupon to buy the bear seminar, man. Attend it, learn how to short Caspa, learn how to short crypto, learn how to hedge your Caspa holding, make grow your wealth in the bear. You want to grow your wealth in the bear while all the other morons on Twitter and YouTube lose their wealth. So then
Exactly.
when the bull run comes, you have balls of money. You have a lot
Exactly.
of money. You have tons of money waiting to be deposited or flashed into the Caspa bag, and then you swing, man.
Dude, there are three things people can get out of this seminar. And by the way, they need to scan the QR code to make sure they can get. But there are three things people can get out of the seminar, right? The first most important thing, I think, is people can learn when to observe a top. Okay. So at least the one thing people can do while we will teach them how to observe a top is to get out of the position as close to the top as possible, right? To book in profits. Because you know how many people they make money in the bull run. Doesn't matter if it's Caspa, Pepe, what bit, it doesn't matter, right? But they don't know when to sell. Okay. So one thing that people can get out of the seminar today, all right, and you can need to scan the QR code, get the coupon code last day 20, okay? You will get to understand when to sell your positions as close to the top as humanly possible, okay? Because you can never pinpoint the top. That will be just luck. But as close to the top as humanly possible, we're going to teach you to do that, okay? The second thing, all right, that you're gonna get at if you want more, all right, is actually how to short. Not only how to get out as close as humanly possible at the top, but as well when to start shorting the position. So in the bear market, you can actually make money. Okay, those two scenarios are great because at the first scenario, you keep all the money, you keep all the gains. That's beautiful. All right. And then a new bull market happens after the bear market. You have the capital, you are smart about it. The second scenario is actually better because then you can actually make more money in the bear market, right? You can make more money in the bear market. And that's why it's beautiful. And of course, the third thing is as well how to hedge. If you really want to hold your positions, I don't know why you want to hedge, we're going to teach you how to hedge. Now, CM, you know what's important for people to understand, I think people don't grasp that what we teach is based on timeless principles of human psychology. All right. The markets, all right, are very repeatable in the sense that behind all the decisions, all the buy and sell, okay, there's a human being. All right. And even if it's bots, the bots were built by human beings still. Okay. So eventually what happens is that everything has a psychological barrier or such a psychological, input and output through it. And we understand that, and that's what we're trying to teach. For example, a topping phase, right? Why does a topping phase happens like it happens? There's a psychological, issue to it. We teach it. A downtrend. Why there is a psychological issue in a downtrend? We teach that. And of course, why do we need that sideways move before a continued bull market, that neglect phase? That is a psychological thing as well. We need all this for a healthy market structure. And we're going to teach that today, CF. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you come, you don't miss. We're going to teach all these beautiful alpha and juice in the seminar. It's in a few hours, right? We have roughly 7 hours until the seminar. That is it. And then you won't be able to have that for live. Okay, so 20% coupon code, last few hours. Use it or lose it, ladies and gentlemen. What do we have? We have Raf. He's going to see us today. Realist channel on YouTube. These guys don't miss. Salute. Thank you very much. Okay. What's up, Nick? What's up? Hugo Boss. For sure. it's we have a
Long
question
term
from Daniel.
play. Let's hodl Caspa for 5 years and get wrecked
We made a
together.
video about this, CM, remember? About the probabilities of a new higher high for coins.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Look, man, you can huddle, man. It's up to you, man. We don't roll like that, man. There is too much variables, man, and you're gonna lose against me, for example. Against me, you're gonna lose. Against other traders in the market, you're gonna lose. Why? Because your average price is probably above the 10-cent mark. And me, when I'm gonna buy, let's say Caspa was staying a bear for another year, I could buy Kaspa below the 1 cent mark. You get me? So, man, man, what 5 years? Learn how to profit from the swings. It goes up in a new bull market, then you go in. It's not about, I came to crypto to buy now and hold for 5 years. Then I'm going to take my money and I'm gonna walk to the hills and grab myself a Ferrari and a hot bird with
That's
fake
the
bills.
dream. That's the
It's
the
the
dream.
dreams. It's the people are out of touch of the reality. They have, man. I tell you how I see crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube. There are people in the world they walking around without necks. Okay, so the head is floating here and the body is here. Like they are out of touch of reality, man. I'm like some dude, out of nowhere. I'm gonna come to a financial market. I have no experience. I know nothing. I'm just gonna buy a stupid coin and I'm gonna hold it for 5 years and I'm gonna be a billionaire. Oh, I'm gonna be a billionaire. Hello, mom. I'm buying you a neighborhood. Yeah.
Pump it.
Now, now,
That
now.
mean pump it.
Come on, man. Like,
Now, dude, look, the thing is that people are trying on the one hand to, you know, be as lazy as possible. And I mean it in a good way, not in a bad way as is they're lazy. No, because they have responsibilities, families, childs, work, life, right? And they want to put as minimal time as possible and to try to make a potential dream come true. Now, that's a fallacy, okay? It's a fallacy because it's relying on the god of luck, goddess of luck, and it's just like winning a lottery. Now, CM, just like winning a lottery, all right, you can come to the market, be right, all right, by mistake, you will right timing, you bought something, it went up and up and up, and you're making big money, all right. Now, this is luck helped you. This was 100% luck. But people mistake this luck for being smart or intelligent. So what happens is because it went up, they were mere lucky, they started to feel they are smart and they start to make more and more decisions regarding the coin or more coins they have. They thought they made right call once and then they start putting more money in and more money in, and by the time they put a lot of money in, it's already the peak of the bull market and the average buy is way higher than they think, and then it goes down and they try buying the dip and it goes down, and then all the good kind of luck they received in the beginning is already out the window because they mistaked luck with skills. Okay, instead of booking the profits from luck, they mistake luck from skills, try to make more decisions, and they ruined what they had in their hands, which luck gave it to them. Many people
and
can
man,
relate to that for sure.
and Jomo, oh boy, I believe, and people are gonna suffer a lot in the next couple of years, maybe even a decade, because the lottery days of the financial market, which started after the dot com for some assets like Apple, that started their bull market in 2000, all right? And Bitcoin started his bull market, his cycle, mega cycle, business cycle bull market in 2010 or 2011, whenever that fuckers came to the to the exchanges. This was an infinite bull market. Okay, the bear markets in crypto were just a correction. If you look on the big picture of the Bitcoin chart, it's nothing in the grand scheme of things. It is nothing. People are not aware and not aware of the risk of a major recession and a major prolonged bear market to cook them completely, just like we had in the dot com and the 2008. You had a double bear market for the S&P, for the equities. You had a lost decade. The S&P just went sideways.
Yeah,
Amazon took like 15 years to recover the highs of the dot com.
for sure.
Is it was a brutal, it was a bloodbath,
Yeah.
so these people that just buying based on the lottery theory, oh, I'm gonna buy now, hold for 5 years. Hey, what if your 5 years now gonna flip to 20 years? Are you ready for it? And what do you think gonna happen to your coin? It's just a coin, it's not a company. It's not Amazon, you're not buying Apple when you buy crypto. You buy crypto, man. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, for sure. What you're trying to say here is a secular bull market, okay? A secular bull market is when the trend is up, and within the big trend up of a secular bull market, you have cyclical bear markets, right? Which are like corrections within the bull market. But every now and then, as you mentioned, there is something that is called a secular bear market. All right. And a secular bear market is actually the trend is down, and you only have short lived cyclical bull markets while going more down and down and down. That is called a secular bear market. And you know what? It's been a while since we experienced one. The last one was between 2000, 2008, 2009, right? Whatever you want to call the bottom of the stock market. So can we get one again? Sure, maybe we can get one again, man. It will happen one day or another. We don't know when, okay? And that's why we created a seminar for people to actually learn how to thrive in a bear market, whether it's a cyclical bear market or whether it's a secular bear market, which will happen one day or another. We don't know, right? You will be able to, thrive in it. And that's what we're trying to teach over here, okay? What about any more questions? Do we have something, CM? Something good, or only haters?
Caspa hate starting to come. That's good. That's actually a good sign, that people are, calling it dead, and it's where is this one? The worst project in crypto. People start to hate on Caspa. That's what you want to see. All the Caspa bulls. You want to see this hate and hate and hate, and then you're gonna see a bottom eventually, and you're gonna see a new bull run or a
Yeah.
new rally. This is a
We
good.
started getting hate on Caspa in the past few weeks. So that means people that bought, higher prices, are capitulating a little bit, at least mentally. But on the other hand, we have, I would say, desperate people a little bit. I'm seeing some desperate people as well in the comment section saying how, someone called us two apes and stuff like that. So some name calling. And that gives me a sense of desperation a little bit. So these
Oh
people are
yeah,
probably
yeah.
going to be capitulated at one moment or another. And after these people are going to be capitulated, okay, that's when, as you said, we can get that, potential sideways move ending, and then we have a clearer sky towards a potential Casper continuation. Now, we don't know if Casper will continue, by the way. We have no idea. Me and CM were not, as savants and clairvoyants, all right? No one can predict the future, but we can only teach you how things look like in market cycles and market structures and so on and so forth. But as much as we feel that Caspa is a bit different, it can go down to zero like any other coin, because we believe crypto is actually crapto, okay? And crapto is only a vehicle, all right, for one means, and that is to make us more money. And us, I mean me, CM, you guys. Remember that. Remember that crypto is not a friend. Crypto is not a wife. It's not a husband. It's not a friend. It's nothing. It's a vehicle to make more money. All right. That's it. Just a vehicle to make more money, to improve our lives. That's it. So we don't get connected. And these people are deeply connected to their coins instead of understanding that their coins, they shouldn't be emotional about it. They just need to make money out of it. That is it. All right. And if you're emotional, that means you're in a bad spot. That's what I would argue. All right. What do we have? We have a 5 Castro is saying. He's saying, I
Man,
see
this
another bear
this is
market
for
seminar.
this is for our members in the community. They got a lovely discount. Only they can attend it. All right, mate. But all the rest of the people on YouTube, we have now 20% off for you guys if you want to join. This is the best time. People calling it a bear market. Yeah, it's a bear market. Learn how to make money. Don't cry on it. People are crying. It's a bear market. La la la. Make money. Learn how to short, man. That's the basics. Learn how to hedge. Learn how to read chart. Make Get better in the bear. That's why we having this seminar, man, today. So you can attend the seminar, and if you cannot attend, that's cool. Just buy it today, and you can access it later when you have time and watch it, because this seminar will prepare you for the bear market, for the recession. The bear market can be 1 year, it can be 2 years, it can be even longer, man. You want to know how to make money in the bear market. That's how a trader roll. If you're just making
Yeah,
money,
for sure.
making money. Most hodlers are just losing money even in the bull market. But anyway, they think they make money in the bull market. So if you're just making money in a bull market and then you're losing everything in bear market, you did nothing. You came back to ground zero. You actually came back to ground minus, because you lost all your money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
unfortunately.
hey, learn how to love the bear, respect the bear, profit in the bear, and then you become a better person. A better person. You're gonna have a better life. You're gonna have less stress. You're gonna know what you're doing, man. You know, man.
Exactly. Exactly, CM. Look, CM, we have some preparations to make for today for the seminar. That is going to be
Let's
in
call it
roughly
off.
6.5 hours. So we need to bounce. Ladies and gentlemen, we were happy to be here today for you, give you the alpha, show you the reality of what it means to be an operator in the financial markets. Scan the QR code, use the last day 20 coupon code, as you can see in the bottom. Scan it, use the coupon code. This is dirt cheap, all right, to teach you a skill set, and you will get out of these three things. One, minimum, you will know how to spot a top, all right, and to sell your positions. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, how to short, to actually make money in the bear market where everyone else is panicking. So not only you will learn to sell at a good point, but as well how to short. And of course, if you are really connected to your coins and you want to keep them, we will teach how to hedge as well. Those are three important things you will get out of the today's seminar. And you know, it doesn't matter if this is a cyclical bear market that will last for a few months and then we continue to a bull market, which will be fantastic. Me and Sam will be all about making more money in the bull. We love it. Or if we go now to a longer bear or later longer bear, it doesn't matter. Bear markets are a part of the markets. They happen oh so often, and you want this skill set. All right. So cheers, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to see you in the next live. We're going to see some of you in the seminar later today. Till next time, CM, no edge.
No trade.
Cheers, everybody.